Hey y'all, Chuck here in Thap Phnom, Thailand. Hey, it's time for another weekly viewer question and answer here in Thailand. So if you want to know anything about Thailand, just ask. I've been married to my Thai wife for 11 and a half years. We met in the United States. I retired here. I retired at the age of 46 and moved to Thailand when I was 47. So I live with a wonderful Thai family here in Isan, and any questions you have about living in Thailand, we travel quite a bit and we know quite a few people, and I can get you some of the answers that you may have questions for your own specific circumstances to why you're wanting to come to Thailand to visit or retire. So I have a lot of questions. I just wanted to tell you guys that if there's any first-time viewers here of this weekly Q&A, but I try to do it once a week, but if we're traveling, it's very hard. But I do have a lot of questions compiled here this week, so let's get started with the first question. The first question is by Tom Twin Spear. Great video, Chuck. Thank you. Did Ahong ever get to open his pizza roll stand? You'd have to watch a past video to understand what he's talking about, but we have a Saturday night market here, and I offered to buy supplies for one of the neighborhood kids to open a stand and sell pizza rolls that I think are awesomely delicious. We made a few and sent them out around the neighborhood, and they absolutely loved them. So I offered to help him make them, and he could go to the market and sell them and keep all the profits, and then the next weekend we use some of that profits for him to buy more supplies and get him some revenue coming. So we all thought it was a great idea, but the person who's taking care of him, I guess you could call her his grandmother, she decided that wasn't going to be good because she would have to be there because it requires it to be fried. And he's obviously too small to fry on his own. So she sells little Khanom dessert snacks, but she makes them and has somebody sell them for them. So I've offered quite a few times to do something for the community for certain peoples, but it always, I don't know, it never works out. So I put the offer out there. It still stands. If they want to, I would be glad to do that. But, you know, Thai people are going to do what Thai people want to do. And I was just trying to help, and I think they really appreciated it. But they don't have, I think, the drive that I have to want to see the little boy succeed. You know, it's just everyday life is good for them. And I don't know, but we'll see what happens in the future. Next question, David W. from UK. Let's see, he said a few compliments. I won't read them all to you. He's got a couple of questions and comments. Actually, he has three. Internet cafes. Well, first you say Wi-Fi is everywhere. When I made a visit to the Chiang Mai area, I was looking for places where you could go use their computers, and I only came across one place which was set up for games. He says, was I not looking hard enough? Let me answer that. When I first started coming to Thailand, there was a lot of internet cafes and a lot more gaming places here than there are like internet cafes where they have computers set up. Do they have those still? Yes, but it has changed a lot because of you know, communication has changed quite a bit in Thailand in the last not too far recent years. Now they have 4G. Everybody's using their phones. The internet style cafes where people would go in and get on the internet is diminishing because of the easy access to cell phones and internet, Wi-Fi and internet data, fast data speeds. So I'm going to guess why you would need to do that, because you could use your phone like they do to get information, but my guess is that you want to use the printer, and a lot of Thai people don't own printers either. So if the reasoning why you want to go to a computer cafe style place is so that you could print something out, I'm only guessing this is why. You can go to just about any photo shop here in Thailand, and there's many places that are like you'll see like a Kodak sign in the front, or fax, stuff like that. Thai people will go in there and they will print stuff off for school, but also foreigners can go in there and get on the internet and get on their email and print out documents and print out whatever they want to. But I'm assuming that's why you would actually need a PC here in Thailand, because tablets and smartphones are easy to get on the internet now. Or you can go to, like, in the hotels. The hotels always have computers in the lobbies with printers that you can use. They usually have no problem with that, most hotels. And also in the malls, when a lot of the computer stores or office supply stores will have a full service area where you can use their equipment and print stuff. I have seen that in the mall. Your next question, carrying your passport. Do you do this day to day when you're in town? If you're on holiday there, is it okay to carry a photocopy rather than risk losing your passport when you're out? I made quite a few videos on this subject. One was what to expect when coming to Thailand. I think I gave some in-depth detail on that. Or what to bring, 10 things to bring or not bring in Thailand. But me personally, I don't ever carry my passport because I have a driver's license that has my passport number on it. Plus, it's best to get a photocopy of your passport with Visa and have it laminated, have it shrunk and laminated and keep it with you, or just have it printed out and folded up and kept in your pocket. If you're traveling to Thailand or on vacation, you need to keep it locked up in your safe, but it needs to be in a place that's not too far from where you're at in case there's a problem where you need to get your identification. If you're living and traveling in Thailand, you need to carry your passport with you while traveling because it's necessary for hotels, long stays, places like that. They're required to have a photocopy of your actual passport. So, but always carry a couple copies, especially if you want to rent a moped or something like that. Never ever give up your passport. Never keep it out of your sight. If you go to a bicycle rental or a car rental and they say they need to keep your passport, then go somewhere else, because it's always sufficient to leave a copy of your passport, but they do want to look at your passport and verify it. So you need to have it while traveling, but not you don't have to keep it on your person the whole time. That's not a smart thing to do. Your third question, bridges to Laos. Would these count for border runs? And that's it. Cheers. Yes. In order to leave Thailand from Nakhon Phanom, Thap Phanom, or Mukdahan area, you have to go across the Friendship Bridge. If you're a Westerner, you're going to be required to get a visa to go over to the communist country. I know Americans do. But as far as making a visa run, yes, you can. The best way to make a visa run, I'll tell you, they have tours, and they put a sign up front, visa run, and they'll handle everything for you for really a small fee. and they'll take you across in a bus, and you just give them your passport and they take care of everything. I said don't give up your passport, but in this case, when you're going with a group and it's a legitimate place that does this service for you, you got to give the guy your passport, and they get the stamp and they get the return back for you. But yeah, you can make a visa run through the friendship bridges. A lot of people do that. Next question, Power Lady 1. Hello, Chuck. Is there anything that you don't like about living in Thailand? Is there any downsides about living in Thailand? Thanks. I could answer this question for you pretty easy. I have made a detailed video on 10 things that I like and do not like about living in Thailand. Of course, there's things that I don't like about Thailand. There are a lot of faults. Being a Westerner, you see a lot of things that you think could be simplified, but after being here for some time, that list of complaints is shrunk down a lot after being able to communicate with Thai people and ask some questions. Some of the stuff that I thought didn't make sense actually do make sense, but I want to share that video with you. You can watch it. Next question, Jason. Is it possible to have a vehicle shipped there if you move there? Reason I ask is I have not seen a Jeep in any of yours or anyone else's videos, which I think would be a great vehicle there. First part of your question, yes, you definitely can have a vehicle shipped here. So let's say you have a $40,000 Jeep back home. That's what it's worth. You can have it shipped here. As soon as you go to pick it up, you'll be required to pay a 300% tax to get it. So if you feel like your vehicle is that special and you want to pay a 300% tax on the value of your vehicle, then yes, you can do that. So not the smart thing to do, right? So yes, they sell Jeeps here. Jeeps are popular here. Not a lot of people have them. Jeeps are popular mainly because the influence of the military that has been here, that was here, I should say. And there are a lot of still military Jeeps to be found here. But they do sell Jeeps here in Thailand. Yes, they are expensive. I personally wouldn't want a Jeep because of the road conditions here in Thailand. I find myself having to dart to avoid fatalities every time I'm on the road. So yes, I have driven a Jeep. I was a mechanic most of my life. The stability of the Jeeps is not very good. So you know, you get easily roll over here in Thailand, and the roads are not as secure as most countries. So once you get off the road, there's a lot of things that will stop you instantly. They don't have a lot of protection on the sides of the road. So me personally, a Jeep would be good if you lived up in the mountains somewhere, which there are a lot of places in Thailand. I think a Jeep would be a good vehicle to have, but to drive on a highway here in Thailand, I just wouldn't recommend it as my go-to vehicle. So that's just my personal opinion. Next question. Hulkster runs wild. Okay. He asked, do they have Old Bay seasoning? Old Bay seasoning is an awesome seasoning that they use for shrimp boils, mostly seafood. They have everything just about in Thailand. I haven't been able to find Miracle Whip yet. I'm still trying to, but You can get Miracle Whip and you can get Old Bay seasoning on Lazada.com, and they'll ship it to your doorstep for free. Most of the time, it's free shipping. But you can get this on Lazada.com. I'll share the link with that to you if that's something that you need to have. Next question, Changsha. Hey Chuck, I see you have trouble with mosquitoes. Have you ever tried using dryer sheets? Just put one in each pocket, let them hang out halfway. The smell of the dryer sheets keeps the bugs away. That is very true, yes, and it does work. And I have used that in the US. I used to do a lot of fishing, and the gnats would drive me crazy when I was out on the lake. And that works great for small gnats as well as mosquitoes. But to answer your question, Thai people do not use dryers. Do they sell them? Yes. Most of the time when a dryer is being used, it's at a commercial place where they do laundry and they need it to dry quick. Because things get held, you can hang stuff in your house and will be dry pretty fast. It's that hot in Thailand. So to try to even find dryer sheets, I don't know, maybe Lazada. I think you can get them on Lazada. But finding dryer sheets is a big, big problem, I think, in Thailand, seeing that it's not very popular to have a dryer in your house. So, but yeah, that does work. To be honest with you about the mosquitoes, they don't bite me really, maybe a fraction of what they used to bite me when I first came to Thailand. Why? I don't know. Everybody has different reasonings why that is, but they just annoy me more than anything. I think they do still probably bite me, but I don't get as irritated as I did initially, I think. But I don't know. There's something you have to really adapt to. Sitting in front of a fan, I think, works the best with bugs here in Thailand. I just don't like the damn things flying around me. At night, they come in the room when I go to bed, and then they want to bite me on my face. Yeah, maybe keep some. I'm going back to the U.S. In a couple days for 3 weeks. Maybe I'll bring some dryer sheets and staple them to my head. Next question. Wetiver John. Consider taking a break from filming and just enjoy the adventure. A filming hiatus could benefit yourself and those around you. Thank you very much for the vacation wish. So let me answer your question. I know it seems like I'm vlogging a lot, and I always tell you that I'm a little compressed for time to try to answer questions and stuff like that, and it may come off as I'm working too hard, but I'm not. The only reason why I can't get to some people's questions is because I'm really enjoying the moment of where I'm at and what I'm doing. And normally when I put out a video, I've already usually left there between 3 and 5 days ago. I'm not even there anymore. So sometimes it appears that I'm working harder than I really am. I know it appears that I'm drinking a lot and I'm also eating a lot, but I'm not the type of, I like to kind of poke fun at my weaknesses. I really don't like to gloat about my physical conditions or what I do on a daily basis as far as being healthy. I'm really not that kind of guy, but I do work out with weights at least 5 days a week, 1 hour a day, and I ride a bicycle in the Thailand crazy heat between 300 and 500 kilometers a week. I just did a 120K the other day, about 70 something mile bike ride. When I get back from the US, I'm gonna buy a really nice road bike. I want to road bikes here have become really cheap. This bike that I want to get was about 120,000 baht a little over a year ago, and now I can get it between 30 and 40,000 baht. But it's a competition bike that's carbon fiber, and I think it weighs like 6 kilo, something like that. It's crazy light, but I do take a break. You don't see that. I don't really work. If this was a job, I probably wouldn't do it. I really do it because I enjoy doing it. I enjoy interacting with people. I enjoy answering some questions that you guys might have, because these were the things that I was seeking before I came to Thailand, and I never could get the answers. Even paying for memberships for certain vloggers, it was kind of irritating, and I didn't have I wasn't the type of person to have a lot of questions. I just didn't need the generic questions that would pertain to the most. I had my own personal circumstances that I just wanted to get some info before I came here. But I try to do that for you guys on a daily basis, so I take a break whenever I want to. Whenever I'm not happy, I make it work. I make it happy. So, but thank you for being concerned. Next question. A photographer in Thailand. Is it worth getting a sat nav now as opposed to when I was there last in 2015? Thanks. I'll just give you my scenario. I bought a 2014, 2015 Toyota Fortuner that had the top of the line GPS system in it. And I noticed traveling around Thailand that a lot of the stuff was outdated. So I wanted to get it upgraded, get it updated. And we went to several dealerships, and they all said the same thing, that they couldn't do it. They made up excuses because I don't think they know how. And finally came up, the very last one I think was in Cha'am, no, in Hua Hin. The guy said, "Oh yeah, we can do it. It's going to cost you like 60,000 baht." No, he wanted to just replace the unit, you know. But anyway, I bought a Garmin iDrive unit, and I bought it here on Lazada, so it already had the Asian maps on it. Roads are changing, and they're building new highways all throughout Thailand, and new roads, so I would recommend getting a newer unit. Unless the unit that you have, you can update it, which you can do with you should be able to do it with any portable unit, is go online wherever you bought it and upgrade it, but usually it's not free to do that, especially to get an Asian map. I know the Garmin that I wanted to get from that I had in the US, it would have cost me $100 US to get it the updated map, when I could just buy one here for less than that. But it just depends on what you want to do, what kind of traveling you're going to do. A lot of times you could just use Google Maps on your phone, and usually that works pretty good because cell service is decent, but even with Google you can download maps for wherever you're going, and it'll stay there. Next question. GT. Hi Chuck, in macro, are the prices inclusive of tax, VAT tax, or is it added on at the time when you pay? The VAT tax is included in the price. So when you look at the price, if it says 100 baht, then it's already included in that. They don't add it at the register, at macro, or the only time you're going to pay VAT is when you're at a big store like Lotus, Big C, Macro, in the markets and stuff like that. You're never going to pay that. So VAT tax. If you're let's say you're a tourist and you're on a 30-day tourist visa, or let's say you purchase something that's over 5,000 baht, and you are going to be taking it home with you, and you can prove that you're not going to have it in Thailand longer than 30 days, you can get that refunded back to you at the airport. They have a booth there and customs where you can get refunded back on your VAT tax, and you have to be taking it back with you wherever you're going, and it has to be purchased within a 30-day period. But you can go online and look at the rules of that, but VAT is included in the price. Next question, Susan Jones. Great video, love them. I wanted to ask you if you feel more healthy now that you eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. I get this question asked a lot, and most of the times I hear, how can you eat that? I'm surprised you're not 300 pounds and 300 kilo and you know, stuff like that. But all I can tell you, Susan, is how I feel. I'm almost 50 years old. I've been eating most of my life. I know how my body feels my entire life. I made a video on staying. I made a video on. I made a crap load of videos, so I know you guys have a hard time keeping up with the videos. But damn, I lost my train of thought. So anyway, I feel more healthier now than I ever have in my entire life. And I don't think I've ever eaten so much damn food in my entire life. But I think it's the combination of no stress, exercise, being able to take care of myself now, and eating a wide variety of foods. A lot more vegetables than I've ever eaten, and a lot more fruit. This Paige, come step into the office. Paige.
It's snowing.
It's snowing. We just had our air conditioner fixed in the house, in our office here. Paige, Thai people love baby powder because it makes them feel fresh, but they like the cooling powder. To me, it burns, but you know, she puts it on like it's snowing in the bedroom, and it just gets sucked up into the vent. So, but it's okay. It was cheap, I'm sure, to get it fixed, right?
Yeah, over like 750.
We had how many units checked? 3?
To clean and clean the filter and all.
It cleans all the filters and totally disassembled 2 units with a pressure washer and vacuums and stuff. And he was here for a little over an hour or 2, guys, and charged 750 baht. Anyway, powder up, baby, whatever you want. So anyway, Susan, to answer your question, yeah, I feel much more healthier now than I ever have in my entire life. I don't know if it's the combination of eating healthier foods that aren't processed, that have a lot of hormones or chemicals and stuff like that. A variation of fruits and vegetables is a good balance, and it helps your digestive system when you're eating foods that are high in antioxidants. So I feel great. I feel really, really, really good. So next question. And this is our last question right here. And it's by R. Dewey. If I messed that up, I'm sorry. Romain Dewey, Belgium. Hi there, a question for you. I would like to retire in Thailand. I'm chatting with a Thai woman for a year now, and I would like to live in Thailand for the weather, and it's also better to get around, I guess, with a low requirement paycheck. I retire next year and will get 1,200 euros a month. I think that's about 46,000 baht. I have some savings, but due to my divorce, I lost my house and most of my savings. Staying in Belgium is no option, and I cannot get around on 1,200 euro. I don't count on the income of my friend in Thailand because we have never met yet. Maybe I don't like her in real life. or the click is not there. So to settle down and live there, do you think that's possible on that kind of budget? I would appreciate your touches on that. Forgive me for my poor writing skills. I speak way better than I write English. Love your videos, thank you. I'm not a spelling Nazi, so I get a lot of people that misspell words. I get it where you come from, it's different. I don't have that luxury of being able to misspell words from my critics. So anyway, I get it. So I'm going to answer your question as best as I can. This question's answered a lot. I made a video on it. I did make a simplified video on what it would take to live in Thailand. I know a lot of people have made videos, but I made one that's pretty simple, I think, and down to the point. I will share that with you. You can watch it if you haven't already. 46,000 baht a month is quite a bit of money, in my opinion. I have a budget of about 30,000 baht. It's very difficult for me here in Isan to spend 1,000 baht a day. It really is, even with me and my wife. When we're traveling, of course, we're going to spend more than that. But on an average during the month here in Thot Phnom, we wouldn't spend 30,000 baht. So whatever we had left over, if we went on a trip the following month, then we would always kind of be okay. But my circumstance is different because my expenses at the home is only about 5,000 baht a month. But you can find decent places to stay in Thailand for 3,000 to 5,000 baht a month for sure. If you're lucky, some of those will include electricity and water and cable and everything else. It can be found in Thailand. But you will have to be flexible to go around and be able to find these places. I never recommend people to come here and just find a place and permanently bunker in, you know, because there's so many options here in Thailand, and I'm afraid you might regret it once you travel around Thailand and say, man, I wish we could go here, but we can't because we have an obligation now. We have an anchor. So I always suggest coming here on a short, finding a place short time, whether it's 2 or 3 months, and then journeying around to try to find it. But I don't know you. I don't know your needs. I don't know your girlfriend's needs. I don't know anything. It's just so difficult to ever answer those questions, but to me, that's plenty of money. And I don't think that you're going to spend that much every month, in my opinion, that's all. And especially if you have some savings, because it's good to have savings for sure, because it'll help you get established. It'll help you get some of the things that you initially need, whether it's a moped, a bicycle, a vehicle, you rent your home, your furnishings, or whatever. A lot of places already come furnished. All you need to do is have your clothes, but it's good to have, if you have money coming in, it's good to have some bank to get the things that you need at first, which are still very cheap. But that's hard to answer, Bay, but I think you're okay. But life is full of what ifs, so it's very difficult on planning and trying to financially plan the rest of your life. It's almost impossible to do. So I just kind of based it myself, and I get this asked a lot, how did I do it? Well, I know what my needs are, and I knew what my circumstances were going to be, so I knew what my monthly budget, I knew what my monthly expenses were, and I knew what I needed to buy. So I based it basically on a monthly figure of what I'd already traveled here a bit. I knew what it cost here, and I know what it cost in other places. And I figured I could live in Thailand for 1,000 baht a month. 1,000 US dollars a month. At the time when I moved here, the US dollar was 36,000 baht on $1,000. But it's not anymore. It's between 30 and 32. So anyway, but don't base it on just that. You always want to go double that or halfway, so I figured I needed at least $1,500 a month. But I have health insurance in case I have a major problem. I have good insurance on my vehicle, so I don't get a shock in my financial pocket if something catastrophic happens. So my budget was included in paying for some of those insurance policies, which I think are very important and very inexpensive to have. But anyway, I hope that answered you guys' questions. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we are going back to the United States, going to be there for 3 weeks. I'm sure I can still make Q&A videos there. I'll probably be bored to death. Just kidding, just kidding. I'm going back to see my family, and I'm going back to buy some things like underwear, a good pair of shoes, some more seasonings, and a couple of other things. I have a list that I've been compiling for the past year and a half. So anyway, going to do that. Please keep asking the questions. Please keep being positive and keep being happy. Please subscribe to the channel. It would make me very happy if you guys would come along with us. We have a lot of fun adventures. If you guys got recommendations, which a lot of you always give me recommendations on places to go, places to see, places to stay, those are always appreciated also. Please hit like on the video, and yeah, you guys have a great day, have a great life. I hope you reach your goals soon, and I hope to see you guys in Thailand, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.